Hi everybody, I'm Tina. This is To the Inner Wild. You know, I feel like, I'm so used to a lot of turbulence that I forget that when, how do I say it? When things appear to be chill, there's still a lot of subtle messaging that, like, there's sparks flying everywhere, even though it doesn't feel like that, So I those are things that I tend to forget. I think we all tend to forget when it comes to energy, that it's still in its constancy of motion. So, I think this is a different period in my life where I get to assess things as they move along, and that I'm meant to fine-tune the frequencies around me. And I've been getting a lot of other messaging from other readers that tell me not everybody is your friend. And I get that, but when you're more in rhythm with your day-to-day, and things are so much better than they were before, it's it's almost like a new level of ignorance is bliss. But things are still great. Things are great. But there's that I just have to fine tune. And I don't know what to say about it. It's so anyway, I decided this deck, I pulled it, it was next to my Starman Tarot deck. It's Pomo, or instead of FOMO, Postmodern Tarot. And the last time I used this was I don't know, a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. It was very some of it, there's some crudeness to it, but then there's also just that it's very blunt. Okay. So I figured, I could use some of that, because I'm used to honesty being that way, the world telling me what it is. And now it's, it has a pretty mask on. And, I'm not saying things are bad. I'm just saying that, there's still trickery, around. And, I'm trying not to judge it, but, I'm not gonna, ignore my observations. So, let's just do an energy reading, see what's up, don't you feel much happier when you are able to slap a label on things and feel so familiar with things, you almost got life figured out. And I'm not saying that I did, but well, this is just new territory, so. And I realized it has me questioning my transparency, how visible I am, because I truly do value that. That honesty is the best policy. And just, it has me questioning, should I be strategic with that? Especially in new territory. And I think that's the smartest way to go. Just kind of common sense for survival of the fittest. But then I don't know. I think the divine protects me in a way where if anyone tries to abuse my vulnerability in choosing to be visible, like I'm very well protected, and that anyone who's going to attempt to compromise that integrity, it's just going to in the long term strengthen me. Yeah, it's going to be like an ultimate lesson for both parties, but it's just a different opportunity. So let's see where these cards take us, okay? Angels of love and light, I invite you in. See, I was right. When things like just seem like too perfect, like too exact, like there's no. No. It's okay though. It's okay though right now. I'm wondering where it goes. Spirit put me in this position not only because I'm capable and strong enough to like handle what's coming, but like I'm the best fit for this particular part in my life. And it's precision when it comes to the divine. So I don't need to worry about that. Plus, they know that I'm very curious and that I'm willing to just kind of drop judgments on it because I want to kind of see where it goes. Like what do you mean by that, Spirit, right? Okay, so we have these 3 cards. I thought it was just one that dropped. So they're all in reversal. It's TVs. What is TVs? I'm thinking it's 3 of... Wait. Okay, let me just see here because I'm not sure if it's what suit it is. So let me see if I can gauge it real quick. I'm thinking wands. I think it's wands, but let me go ahead and just double check here. What suits are equivalent to what? Come on. What does it mean? Okay, so money is obviously coins. Bottles or cups, obviously. What else do you got for me? TVs are staves, which is wands. I was correct. And then the last one is guns, which is swords. Okay, so 3 of wands in reverse, 5 of wands in reverse, and TV boy in reverse, which is page of wands in reverse. Okay, so the vibe of this. I feel like it's, when you're touring an area, you take a stop at one place and they have like a little bio on what went on. But this is more of like a live view. So, being that this is like depicting almost like a pause point between like on both sides, just different tones of it. Like So we're stop, take a look, and listen. That's kind of, you know, the vibe here. So Five of Wands is about conflict, battlegrounds. So when it's in reversal, taking, like, when you look at the history of a place and its live energy, you're able to see, how do I say it? The scope of how it worked. And so it's maybe So there's varying perspectives here. And we are not meant to judge from our singular position. That even though there's an undercurrent of turbulence or conflict, or how do I say it? There's an undercurrent of it, but how do I say it? I think we're meant to just like take that in and consider that we are also a reflection of what we've been exposed to. So before we move forward, you know, at the stopping point, before we move forward, it's kind of just like digest that. It's like when you major in art, you also take, or music, you take art history or music history, because just like an artist is, you know, historically speaking, what they generate is also a product of what they've taken in from this world. So, and it's looking at the originators, the visionaries, the pioneers in a certain art form, in order to teach us how to access the same magic within our unique form. So when it comes to the landscape of what we see, we don't need to automatically stamp like, oh, that's Hollywood. Oh, that's, a player vibe, like we don't need to automatically dispose of it into one bucket. And so, we've also been placed into that bucket. And, there's a realization that, you are placed in that bucket for a certain reason. So if, how do I say it? You or we, oh, hi, hi, how interesting. I was just thinking about how we were placed in a certain bucket, like a certain environment, a certain relationship, a certain partnership, a certain type of relationship, a certain project, because we were divinely nominated. We were the extra ingredient, not just extra, but like we are the secret ingredient that will make it work. Yeah, oh my gosh, that's really what that is. So not to jump the gun and put a label on our feelings or our environment, our observations, but just kind of take note and look at it on a high level view. Just kind of not being so bound to judgment, but just understanding why it is, the purpose of why you're placed in this position, in this role. And so that's what that is. Okay, so there's purpose to why we are where we are, and it's like that's always the case, but this is such a new level for me where it's just a different environment, and the context is like very just read between each line. And when you read between each line, you're also pausing between it. Like you're taking your inner child to a higher learning, courses of higher learning. It's how do I say it? Yeah, it's like analysis, but introspection. So when we're taking analysis on the outskirts, we're not like politicizing everything, where we're teaching coaching our inner child to be to becoming like strategic in its like in this political forum where there's so much division. What we're doing is understanding how there's a bigger agenda when it comes to the learning experience, how there's growth opportunities for all. And we are the exact ingredient that was added to this mix to make it work. Like, there's a certain dynamics of how it worked and operated before, but this is we are able to elevate our platform. Yes, and everyone standing on it. So that's what I got there. Those are the energy cards. So how are you doing today? Okay, angels. Is there anything else okay. There's that. Okay, so 3 more. We have Bottle Boy, which is Page of Cups muted. Then 2 of TVs or 2 of Wands muted. And 3 of Guns accentuated, which is 3 of Swords. So, in this realm, we have to be very careful. It says, doing pretty good, getting ready for a date. Oh, excellent. Oh yeah, definitely. I'll be your, little podcast. Yeah, that's excellent. So where are you guys going? I don't want you to type too much, so that's great. How exciting. A Tuesday date? That's unheard of. So, what is there to do on a Tuesday? I mean, I'm at the point where, any day is great for a date. So, this is about being intuitively driven Like, we have to be very careful on this journey here, okay? This is about being intuitively guided, which means that we have to, like, sober up and really, like, take the time out. Like, literally, take the time out. And size ourselves up. Like, what drives us? This is a TV looking at another TV. Like, it's not just seeing objectively how we see things, but like how others see us as well. Holy smokes, yeah. How others see us see ourselves too. Like, there's so much there. And with that, we can see like a lot of our weaknesses, not just our drivers, but our weaknesses when we look at it in that scope. So let me just like repeat that again, because that so not only are we objectively seeing ourselves, but seeing how other people see ourselves. So this is like this is like a security camera of the divine, where we can see different angles of ourselves and how other people see us, and how other people see us see ourselves. And I think that's the key feature right there. Yeah. Because it's not how others see us, but how other people see us see ourselves. My goodness. Because on the last part, right, we are just going to dinner, then to the movie theater. Well, that is nice. That is very good. Okay, because like on the last card, it's 3 of swords, 3 of guns. And like, when you're thinking of guns, it's you don't have to be like in very close range in order to hit your target. You just have to have good aim. And traditionally, people who do own like firearms are adept at with their aim, and have a certain target. Otherwise, they wouldn't own it, right? So this is I don't remember what art piece this painting belongs to, but that's definitely, I remember seeing some kind of art form of this image. But being that this is accentuated, it's most definitely like we really need to be careful with how we move along. Like, I don't know why this is though. Oh, because with the precursor of the 3 before it, there are a lot of people who are set in their ways, and they might not necessarily be happy with the way things are, but they identify with them, and they know the formula, and they've been embedded into that system. So like, there's a reason why, like, they don't want to disturb their peace, which is kind of like ignorance is bliss. They wouldn't call it bliss, but that's definitely something, you know, if you had to pick like one polarity over the other, it's they don't want to disturb what they've got going on, and they wouldn't want that from us either. So it's if you're happy with what you see on the outskirts, like in general, like as an overview, like, yes, finally. But then you see like this undercurrent of like like, you know, you're intelligent enough to understand really like the meaning of what you're being shown. And you could shut your mouth up about it, and you could move along accordingly, or you can make something of that. But if you're going to make something of that, just be very careful, because that's what that is. Like, people are not outright, you know, going to be blatantly like trying to take you down, but it's almost like, just give me a reason. You step out of line and, I'll take you out. Crazy. So, that's interesting. Okay. And that's very much like, kind of like Hollywood, honestly. That's what it is. It's so pretty on the outside. It's so delightful. So, I'm crazy. And I find that very odd to, like, just because you're included in this reading, you came in at the time that you did, and it's for a very good reason. So, anyway. Because, like, I look at your avatar, I'm like, no, you're way too young for, like, this stuff to happen. It's not an insult whatsoever. It's just, like, I know where I am at in life, and I know the details of it. So, like, to see that this messaging come through in your area, like, in your phase of life, I mean, it might not be to the extreme that, it's meant for in my life, but it's definitely applicable to yours. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, wow, okay, what does that mean for you? But anyway, I want you to enjoy your date. That's exciting, like, I haven't gone to, like, dinner and the movies or, like, any variation of that in a long time. So it's, yeah, I don't know. But, that's exciting. So obviously it's not with a new person. Well, maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's a Tuesday, so it can't be like a blind date. Who goes on a blind date on a Tuesday? I mean, I don't know what's trending these days. Let alone, like, what trends, like, for each age range, like, each generation. Because, like, nowadays there's a lot more acceptance between, it's not just like one generation dating the same. Sometimes it's mixed, so it's like, you don't know what's out there. Yeah, so I guess that's a real exciting part, of dating. There's no clear-cut formula when it comes to, finding a vibe of realness. Like, it'll click when it clicks. Okay, is there anything else, angels? Okay. Oh, gunman. Oh gosh, it's accentuated. Okay, so this is, I think, the King of Swords. Accentuated, yeah. So this is the thinker. Oh. Not blind, we went on our first date about a month ago. Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. I'm happy for you. Young love, new love. Good vibes. Anyway, so this is the thinker, but it's with a gun. So it's the King of Swords, and it's accentuated. So the most important part of this is that, like, the King of Swords can be stubborn, right? But because, like, the way the gun is positioned. It's just keeping ourselves in check when it comes to being a person of truth, of principle, of integrity, that we're not like sitting in a sole position of like a person of glory, a person of automatic victory, because like that stomping into a situation and saying like that's not right, or like with this like firm judgment, can almost be like you're shooting yourself in the foot, or like, you know, you're killing yourself off. So it's just about that fine-tuning and discernment of like where your head is at, and where how do I say it? Yeah, I'm getting like definitely fine-tuning here our own constructs. Definitely. Because this is the mid-card tier 2 of Wands muted. And what we talked about there, the fine-tuning, the adjustments of the dial, or the dials on each TV. So, I don't think the message necessarily is don't ruin a good thing, because what we're doing when it comes to spirituality is never fear-based, but it's more like sorry, I just got like a little text message notice, so I lost track here. Angels, what were we saying here? Oh yeah, so it's not about ruining a good thing. Thank you, angels. But accentuating the good things. Definitely. That's what it's all about. Because when you're touring a certain location, like back to where we first started, when we're like touring like certain stops, there's a certain appreciation for each location. So we're not like just examining disasters. There's certain value placed and value added in each historic location. So we're accentuating the good in each part that we encounter. Okay? That is our takeaway. That is like bringing all of the lessons that we had from like previous like heartbreaks and disappointments into like reality as it stands right now. And it's about being very practical and smart, like wise about how we navigate through this new world, this new area of improvement that we've been placed in. Yeah, so gosh, yeah, reading this from this deck, Pomo Tarot, is very like, you really have to think about it. Like, you really, really, really have to think about it. Because it's not so straightforward. It's blunt in its honesty, but it's definitely not as straightforward. Like sometimes I just want to go for the easy stuff. Sometimes like I just want to go with the BananaGrams and just like call it a day. And I'm gonna get to that part, but like I have to do a last call and see if there's anything else that the angels want me to convey with regards to all of this. Okay. 10 of bottles, 10 of cups muted. Yeah, so there's a lot of abundance within us. Like, yeah. that there's potential, like it's forthcoming, the ability to bond and share within happiness. Like, we're not separate from our world. When it comes to the experience of like ultimate happiness, there's a great potential for that. And like I said, we're very much a secret ingredient to, improving the value of wherever we are placed, especially now. So I think what they're saying is really just believe in it, and like count on it, because this looks like a banner, like almost celebratory, but it's a shelf almost. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Is there anything else that you want to say, angels? That was a surprise. I've never gotten that one before. Okay. It's the Fool in reverse. It's labeled as the Idiot. So, I get that it's more like watch your step. Watch each step that you make, because it's almost like you're going back in time, but it's more impactful as you move forward, because like if you go back in time, they say that if you change any degree of it, it completely changes the future. But this is saying inversely, like watch your step, because the imprint that you have is super impactful to your future. So it's not to worry about things, but to be careful about how you impact the world, because it's huge. Yeah. Whoa, that's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna get the bottom of the deck. Oh yeah, definitely, because the backdrop is red here in the Fool card, and then the only other red here is on the Three of Wands in reverse. So the Three of Wands in upright is like waiting for your ships to come in. Like you've already placed the order, and this is like old school Amazon, where you're like, oh my gosh, I signed that contract years ago. I sent someone by, like pony, and then like they sent like a bird over, overseas, and they came back. It's just like waiting for your ships to come in, old school style. Like the realms of opportunity and communication, and it's expectations that are coming through manifested form. The precious cargo is coming in, and you see it off in the distance, and it's only a matter of time. So being that it's in reverse, it's this whole thing is about our future. So because of that, I feel like it's very much very deep-rooted in its macrocosmic meaning, and watching not just how we step, but it's more so like understanding our imprint in this world. Because it's like we're in the midst of like placing our order right now. Okay, like what is it that we're manifesting? Like what are our intentions? Being very specific about them. Yeah. And patient with that. Okay. Yeah, patient with the follow through. Okay. Because like back in the day, there were no like speedboats. There were no jet planes. There weren't even any helicopters. So, yeah. Like, it'll get here when it gets here. Yes. Okay, so the bottom of the deck is the World card in reverse. Excellent. Oh, it's somebody playing with a beach ball. Okay. What is it? Life is a beach. I'm just playing in the sand. But she's playing in the grass. So that's interesting, isn't it? So this gives me the concept like, okay, the grass is greener on our side. And it's that interplay with the world. Like making it a fun experience, like the closure of cycles, like the end to how we used to deal with things before. Because the formula is different. Spirit is telling us this. The formula is different because we are the added, upgraded ingredient that's been placed into the pot. And it's about digesting that in order to close out cycles. So it's like we turn it right back up. Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Interesting. I don't even remember what I said there, but I did remember it being said. So, one thing though I noticed that it has like, it's not closed here. So, there's air being let out as we play with it. But like I said, it's in reversal. Okay. So it's closure of cycles, like in progress. Is there anything else that we're getting from this, angels? I think that's all that I'm getting there. Yeah, that's all that I'm getting there. Okay, I'm gonna get some of the BananaGrams. You know, I always wondered, how long does it take for guys to get ready for dates? I haven't always wondered that, but like I'm curious now because like I know how long it takes for girls to get ready, you know, singularly speaking, and it takes even longer when girls are going out with girls. Like that is a true test of patience. That is oh no. And like next time if that ever happens again where like I'm in have my own squad where you know, we're getting ready to go out together, I'm gonna bring a book. I'm gonna bring an audio book. I'm gonna bring like a canvas and my paint sets. I'm gonna do something else than just wait or like curl my eyelashes like 20 times before we go out. Like, that's crazy. That is crazy. I don't know how like the ladies do it. I think I just opted out a long time ago. Okay, you said. Oh, that's great. You have good skincare routine. I have a very basic, you know, skincare routine. But like, you know, because I don't like using extra stuff, you know, chemically speaking. Oh yeah, an hour is pretty standard. I'd say like cumulatively speaking, I think that's fair. It's fair. Yeah. I didn't think you were going to say anything about that. But it's good to know. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, it's BananaGrams time. So that's cool. I'm excited for you. Okay. All right. Which one? S and S. 2 S's. You know, there may be snakes here. 2 S's, 2 D's. Q, 4 O's. V, I, T, X, L, E, T, Z, I, G, T. That's crazy. Okay. So, I have, like, you know, spiritually speaking, some people are like ghosts in our world, or they like, if there are some spiritually evolved, like an elevated, it's almost like, ooh, like somebody got told on. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know. I got 4 O's in a row. Like all next to each other. I have get, I have leg, I have zen. No, I don't have zen. I have Zed. I have Desi. I have Lexi. I have Dion. No, I keep seeing Z and it's like, no, it's not Dion. I have text. So, you know, it could mean communication coming through, but it could also mean like the text, like written text, reading between the lines like we just talked about. I have Devo. I have video. I think video is correct on there. Like, definitely that's solid. So some of you might make your own videos, and some of you might be recorded outside of your own knowledge. I don't know why videos. That's crazy. Okay. I have exit. No, I have exist. We'll do exist. What is it? There's a saying that uses this particular term, like, don't just, gosh, I ran into one of my, like, Instagram posts, and it was like, it was just, you know, posting. It wasn't a video. It was like, don't just, it's something about, like, subtly exist. It was like the last line of it. Don't just, I don't know. There's something there. I don't remember what that was. Maybe I'll just redo the caption when I find it. Okay, that's weird. I have OOD. All right, outfit of TD. So, outfit of the day. So outfit of the day, I think it's like making an impression. Like, the more you invest in something, like when you care about something, when you want to look good, there's nothing wrong with that. Having that first impression, or even like being on the the person like that's actually wearing this stuff. It's about feeling good in what you've chosen, like feeling good about how you've chosen to show up, yeah, and like live your life. So yeah, that's very much definite there. I have Tootsie, like Tootsie Rolls. Somebody likes old school like candy like that, Tootsie Rolls. Somebody also might like to dance because there's such thing as a Tootsie Roll. That's okay. All right. I have Zone, but then no, I'm telling you, why do I feel like I have an N here? I have Zobs. I don't know. That's a place to eat, like a, I don't know. It's a place. I don't remember. But I don't know if that's Greek or it's like kosher. I don't know. I have Zig. So anytime like I get zig or zag, it follows the motion. Zig is upward trajectory and zag is down. So we're on an upward trajectory. Like even like when we see the things that we see and we notice the things that we notice, we don't need to like speak about it like so soon, like with judgment. It's just like an observation, okay, taking note, like we digest it. That's what people do. We give it time to breathe. We give time to digest. Yeah, so that's good. My neck. Lot. Okay. So lot is like, can be a parking lot. It's just placement, a grouping, a location, a quantity, right? How much do you like that person? A lot. So, lot right? A lot of context there. I don't know if that's something that I want to like just keep there. So let me just. I have slot. There we go. Do. Yeah. Yeah. So we were placed definitely in this position. Like it's not like we were just dropped into the pot. Like we are slid into this slot. Does that make sense? Like there's only one person that can carry out what needs to be carried out, and we were placed specifically in that slot. Yeah, it was very, very much like discerned by the divine. Like, you're it. That is it, right there. Yeah, the precision of where we were placed. Very interesting. I have DQ, so it's kind of like Dairy Queen again. I don't know. But there's... I have QTD, so that's like, what, quarter to date? I don't know. Q... I don't know, man. Two. I think that's definite. Two. So, you know what song is coming into my head? It's Diana Ross. You know, do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where you're going to? Do you know? Yeah. It's Mahogany. I don't think I've ever watched the movie in full because it was like too much drama for the age that I was brought, you know, that it appeared into my life. But I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't knock it. So, and then the only thing that's left over is Q. So, it's that remaining, like, singular question. Like, there's just, like, this lingering question that's just, like, where's the A? Where's the answers? So, it's something that we need to formulate on our own. It's not something that, like, has already been answered before. That, like, there's a very, like, uniqueness in our situation right now. That, like, it's to be determined, it's to be announced. This answer is something that we are meant to formulate. That's why it's so complex. So there's that lingering question or many questions, but it's like we are the answer to this problem. Interesting. Well, that's comforting, because, like, I was trying to digest. I'm like, I don't know if I could say that, you know, something has lost its luster, because I don't get that vibe, like, straight up. It's more like, man, I just wanted it to be a happy ending forever. I just wanted to, like, spin around like the hills are alive with the sound of music, like, vibe, like, just the happiness of, like, this elation that is just like I could, you know, like, spinning around and just in a good way and just in this delight. And it's okay that it's not yet there. It's not meaning that, like, it's not it's like absent or anything. It's definitely not. I'm gonna get, like, a little bit more, just a little bit more game watch once. Okay, so drop outside U, okay, and then PYRIIQJON. So we have John, we have R.I.P. What? No. But we have another lingering question. Unless we do awkward letters here. Ruin? Well, I'm not getting, like, the active, like, the verb of ruin. I'm getting, like, the ancient. Hi there. No, he said it before me. Hola. I'm getting ruin, something like ancient, like, instead of a verb, we've got a noun. Like old places. So that drives back to the previous. I'm gonna figure this out. We are, okay? Opie? It isn't, like, the guy that from Happy Days. His name is Opie. Am I going wrong? The redheaded guy. Ron. I don't know. Okay. our, ow, you, ow, O-U-R. So it's hours. Why did I get another handful? Because I was curious. That's why. That's okay. We're going to figure this out. Oh, I have we. Okay. Instead of our, it's we. So we're not taking possession here. It's not like a sense of entitlement, that type of ownership. It's the ownership is leaning towards still togetherness, but like accentuated form. So it's French. It says O-U-I. All right. Okay. Yeah. I'll see you later. Thanks for visiting. Have a good night. I hope you have a beautiful night. Enjoyable one. Yeah. Oh wait, we. No, we is French for yes. Duh. So it's saying like yes on the whole togetherness thing. Okay, because there's no mistakes here. Yeah. That's funny. Okay. So the lingering question is still there. NY, so I'm New York. Have PJ, so like, you know, nighttime, and like, I think Spirit saying like, your inner child also wants to like be involved in your nighttime routine. So like when you have closure to your day, or engaging in closure over like a certain area of your life, to put on your PJs, like to be fully immersed in your experience and still be like present, you know, like we're not fully immersed in like what's going to happen, you know, there, we're here. And so like if a day is coming to a close or a situation is coming to a close, then show up accordingly. So wear your PJs, like that's what they're for. So be festive when it comes to that, like show up for it for reals. And even if there's like lingering questions inside the dish and outside of the dish, when it's go time and when it's not go time. So that is our message for the day. Excuse me. Oh goodness. So that's what we've got there in the go time bowl, and then here outside. Okay, and just to recap what's going on over there. Okay, and then the final card, bottom of the deck. Okay, so that is it for today. It is 6:54 on the clock. A countdown. That is the angel number as well, inclusive. And I think that's it. So have a good night. I will see you again later. Bye for now.